Sponsor over culture, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Well, this week we're coming to you from Jack's old cottage in Island 80, where the Maher Family reunion is officially underway. Now, family members have travelled from across the globe to celebrate John and Nancy Maher and their remarkable legacy, which began in 1923, when Nancy Durcan married John Maher in Lahardane in County Mayo. The couple had 15 children, with some of the siblings still living today. And this special weekend is all about reconnecting, sharing memories and honouring the family.
Back in the day, James Durcan owned Leonard's of Lahardane, and he had a pretty daughter called Annie Julia, or Nancy as she became known. Now, James Durcan had ideas about matching her up with a local school teacher, but until John Maher arrived. So John Maher wandered into Durcan's pub in Leonard's and Lahardane, and laid his eyes on Nancy. And the rest is history, as they say. They got married, lived in Lahardane for a few years before moving to Balla.
And that's because of his job, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was an agricultural advisor. So he cycled round to farms, advising farmers what to grow and, talking to them about soil quality. And we still have his red notebook that he made notes in back in the day. So when Nancy then had a lot of training in home economics, she had attended Gurtner Abbey, and she became a great manager of the domestic home in Balla. And hence the family then, I suppose, there's a notable strong work ethic in the family. They're all very good cooks, as was my granny. And I remember with fond memories, eating tarts in my granny's house and her homemade butter and all of that kind of thing. So those elements of our family legacy have been passed on, and it's lovely to see. The whole family came together in Knockranny House Hotel in the year 2000 for the Millennium Celebration. All 15 of John and Nancy's children were alive back then, and we had a fantastic reunion celebration in Knockranny.
So this year now, 25 years later, it's time for another reunion. What was the reason behind it getting a family reunion again 25 years later?
Well, obviously it's the 25th anniversary. We have a very widespread family across the USA, the UK, Germany, Canada, UAE, Australia. And we floated the idea back in September last year, and there was a great response. Hence, we have today 200 people here in the Westport area, about 150 here in Jack's cottage this morning, for an unsophisticated, non-formal reconnection with cousins, uncles, and it's exciting because there are new people who have joined the family. Many of the 15 of the original 15 have passed, unfortunately, now. So there are 4 of the 15 remaining. But it's exciting because it's a chance to forge new relationships and build new connections with cousins, essentially.
Been so many different aspects to this weekend, so it's great to get to this morning and to get to the launch here at Jack's Cottage. So what we have this morning is we have a launch of a book which really depicts the history of the Maher family and the Durcans, and then after that tomorrow we're going to get up early, climb Croagh Patrick, and there's either do that or go to the Turlin Museum. Also tomorrow night, big gala night, so 210 people in the Castle Court Hotel, and all the families all there together, and we're going to be entertained by the Clube pipe band afterwards and a bit of fun, and that'll be great. But the Sunday morning, a really important morning, Sunday morning, so Mass at Ball Church, but followed afterwards with the tree planting ceremony. So there's going to be 15 trees planted, those 15 trees representing all the siblings, all of the sons of John and Nancy Maher. So that'll take place on the Fair Green in Ball, and then over to Lahardane, to the ancestral home, which back in the 40s and 1930s and 40s, where the Mahers lived. So, or the Durcans, should I say, lived. From there, then that'll be an evening of fun and entertainment. We'll have great music there on hand.
And to get, keeping in touch with these and planning to get them over here, arranging all that.
Yeah, well, I have to look back to Uncle Paddy. I got a phone call one day when I was travelling from Dublin, and it was Uncle Paddy, God rest him. And he said, "Dermot, do you want to be part of this WhatsApp group, a worldwide WhatsApp group?" And I said, "Sure, Pat, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it." So he was the real instigator of putting WhatsApp together in his later years, you know, technology and all that. And he rang around and got everybody involved. And that has been really the glue that holds us all together. We celebrate birthdays on that. We celebrate, you know, anniversaries, everything. And that has been really the focal point of communication, and it keeps us all together. So through that, we've worked our plans together, asked for opinion, and then that brought us all together. So the worldwide WhatsApp group for the Maher family has been a real piece of glue that holds us all together and brings us together every day, really, as a family. So it's lovely.
My mother, Mary Julia Maher, was the eldest of the 15, and I'm her eldest child, and I happen to be the first grandchild. So I was in the very privileged position of knowing my grandparents for the longest time. And every year my parents saved up, so we came to Ballymacure to spend a month or 5 weeks with them. And during that magical time, I learned so much. My mother settled in England, and she married a Polishman, a veteran of the war. And they settled in London, where I was born. But we moved to Bristol 30 years ago to bring up our children. And I've always retained that passion for family history from the beginning.
Well, now, you've put a lot of research into a book which you're launching today as the start of the weekend gathering here of the family clan.
Yes, it started, the seeds of it were sown 50, 60 years ago when I was a child. And I listened and I followed up leads. Long lost relatives have come out of the mists. Family members took me all over Ireland to meet people, to see graveyards, to gather records. So I hope that what we've put together now will be a resource for the future. It's incomplete. It's probably got errors, but I hope they'll be forgiven.
And in the book, have you come across, in your research, some stories that may not have been known to the Maher family?
Yes, patient relatives lent me letters from the past to illustrate, and which illustrate the lives of people who emigrated, the lives of people who stayed at home, and how tough conditions were. Now, Grandad was an agricultural officer with the Department of Agriculture, and he wrote some memoirs, and I've inserted some of those extracts in the book, which describe the rural conditions of the time and how they changed over his lifetime.
My name is Mary Rose Florian, now Han. I just married into the Han family, but here with my family, the Florians, daughter of Phyllis Florian, who was daughter of Jerry. We're here visiting with a lot of family. I was last year in 2000 with the family. It was a lot of fun, but I was all of 2 years old, don't remember much, so I'm really excited to reconnect with a lot of family I haven't seen in a while, and meet a lot of people that maybe I don't remember.
Great. How about you? How are you feeling about this family reunion here?
I'm really excited. Again, it's a whole new side of family that I just married into. So it's a very big family. It's a lot of names that I have to remember, but it's super exciting to be in Ireland and learn more about our heritage. So.
I'm just thrilled to be reconnecting with my cousins and my aunts and uncles. It's just going to be a great weekend, especially for my sons, Oscar, Francis, and Joseph, to learn about where they came from in this country and their heritage.
This is the culmination of a year's work, preparation, ideas we threw out and ideas we kept in.
Will you be meeting some family members for the first time this weekend?
I will, because of course 25 years ago there was all my uncles and aunts were here, the whole 15 of them. It was marvellous. And we were in our kind of 40s maybe then. So we were busy with small children and everything, you know. So even though we enjoyed it immensely, we had, I suppose, we'll enjoy this one more because we've more time.
So my father was the oldest boy. His name is Jerry Maher, and he came across to the States. He was the first one to come across, and he really knew that he was doing the right thing for his family, and he really enjoyed the idea of being the head of the household in the States. He was a reinsurance broker, and he started off not quite at that level. He actually started working in a pub in New York City. It's very important. We've grown as a family closer since the last reunion in 2000 in Ireland here. We really, that was the introduction to the greater family coming together versus being on two separate sides of the world. And it really is so, it's overwhelming for me to see how many people are part of our family and how generous they are and how their spirit of the family exists within each of us. And I'm really so happy and excited to be here.
I am coordinating the hike today, so there's a gang of us from all over America, Canada and Ireland going up the Reek today. Some of them it's their first times and some of them have done it before, so hopefully we'll get it done. We're not really stuck to a time, but hopefully 2 to 3 hours, and then we'll hop down maybe into Campbell's next door and hopefully reward ourselves with a nice pint of Guinness.
I am from Brazil, but we live in the States, in New Jersey.
And this is your first time?
That's my first time in Ireland, yes, and my first time in Europe, and my first time also in Croagh Patrick, yes. Looking forward, but a little scared.
You've actually climbed on the last reunion back in 2000.
Yes, I did. A lot younger and a lot smaller.
And how do you feel about doing it again today?
I'm a little apprehensive. I told my cousin Adrian I'm afraid I'll be in a different part of the newspaper today, but I hope that's not the case.
No.
Yeah.
And your connection then, what part of the family are you related to?
I am the son of number 8 of 15, Patrick.
Patrick Moore.
Yeah.
And what happened to him, like? Where did he...
Dad just passed in December. He would love to have been here. Yeah.
Where did he live?
He lived in a place called Long Island, just east of New York City.
I'm Gerard Owen. I'm the grandson of Mary Julia. She was the oldest child of John and Nancy Maher.
Okay. And where are you based?
I'm based these days in Berlin, Germany. What a special place Croagh Patrick is. The views, but also the connection to St. Patrick and what that means for all of us, not just as climbers, but also as pilgrims and also members of this wonderful extended family.
I'm the youngest of the oldest of children, Mary Julia. I'm the youngest son. My name's John Gorskiewicz. I grew up in London in the house which everyone used as a stop-off point on their way to Ireland.
Or to America.
Ennismore Garden, on the way to America, Ennismore Gardens. So we had a lot of relations coming through there all the time. And then years later, the cousins used to come, my cousins, to visit London, spend a good time in London. So this was their base. Mm-hmm. So I've got a strong connection with all the family. Mm-hmm. I came here to Ireland every summer and spent a wonderful summer in Tormakili and Balla and this area. And my favourite thing as a child was to go to the shop and buy a brunch bar. And in England we had horrible ice cream. It was just nice vegetable fat. But here you had this delicious ice cream. No idea how lucky you were. And I found them. And they still got these brunch bars. So look, I've got 3.
Fantastic.
To keep me going. They're just as delicious.
Well, enjoy them on that walk. Yeah.
I'm here from the Portland, Oregon, United States area, visiting and just loving catching up with so many family from all over. It's wonderful. I definitely don't get to see all the wonderful people here from Ireland, of course. I see some of my United States cousins every now and then, but not all the wonderful cousins here from Ireland. We're so excited to climb the Reek here in a few minutes.
This is your first time climbing, isn't it?
It is.
And what are your thoughts as you were thinking about climbing it?
I'm hearing all kinds of things, that it's going to be steep, treacherous. Get a stick in case someone tries to pull you down on the way down.
The family gathered in the Castle Court Hotel in Westport for a special gala dinner.
I'm married to Tony. He's the youngest of the 15 children of John and Annie Maher, and he's the only one able to be here today. 3 more are still with us, one in Ireland, one in England, and one in America, but health issues meant that they were unable to travel. So we're privileged to be here, 25 years on from the last huge event, which was organised by the wonderful brothers, Jerry, Paddy and Frank. And
how different are things now for this reunion compared to 25 years ago, do you think? What have you noticed?
Well, 25 years ago, the emphasis was on getting all 15 together and their families, and to explain, show them Ireland. Pretty much that's much the same. Our message is the same. Ireland is wonderful, family is wonderful, keep in touch. But it was obviously the 15, and we were so privileged that all 15 were still alive in the year 2000 and all made it to Ireland.
I think one of the things that's important about events like this is the continuity. You know, it's very easy to lose your heritage, it's very easy to forget who you are and where you're from. This reminds you of that, and more importantly, it sets the seed for the next one, so that people like my kids are very proud of who they are and where they came from and all that sort of stuff.
From New York to be here for this reunion.
Yes, we did. Yep. Our grandmother was Ann Maher, and she moved over to New York and married my grandfather, Joe Dinnigan. They had 6 kids, Mary Ann, Kathleen, Joe, Ed, Erin, and Janie. And then between the 6 of them, they had 18 of us. And now we're all moving on to our first and seconds and thirds here. So this is Callum, my son, Joe, my wife, and I'm Danny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you expect to marry into such a big family?
No, but I love it. I love the big Irish family. So much fun.
Yeah.
And now I'm meeting more.
We love it here. We try to get here as often as we can, yeah.
Now, you come in from Melbourne for this reunion, and you come in from New York.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
Noreen Maher is my granny, Noreen Gavin, and we would be Irish-based Mahers, I suppose. So we're from Mayo originally, but a lot of us are actually, there's 3 other cousins that are in Melbourne at the moment. There's Matthew Gavin, Jessica Gavin and myself.
And do you get a chance to meet up?
Yeah, we do. We had Paul and Trish over as well this year. So you're far away, but you're never too far away when you can hop on a plane and get home. Yeah.
And would it be your intention eventually to come back here and
Yeah.
settle in Ireland? Would it?
Yeah, Thomas just has to bend the knee to. Well, I landed at 4 a.m. on Thursday and the reunion started at 10:30 on Friday. So I hopped into the bed next to my sister, woke her up to say, hi, I haven't seen you in ages. And she goes, oh God, I'm wrecked. And me have to do the 38-hour journey. So no, it's great to be back. I was going to come home in a couple of weeks, but I said I couldn't miss the Maher reunion when everybody was going to be here.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think I was 5 at the 2000 reunion, so I barely remember that. I remember the kids' room and just playing with cousins, but it's so much nicer now that I get to know people properly, you know.
Hello, my name is Tomas Keller and this is Lucy Keller.
And where are you from?
We're from County Cork, Waterfall. I'm looking forward to meeting direct relations, like people who are more related to me than others.
Okay.
I really want to know about them. I really want to feel like, what's it like where you come from? Is it nice? What are the words we don't have in our language? I want to chat to them. I want to have a nice time with them.
Are you surprised at the size of your family?
Yes, I am really surprised. It's a very big family.
Well, congratulations, first of all. You just recently married, 2 months, I believe.
Yes.
You were returning to the actual hotel you got married in. What does it feel like 2 months later being married?
Reminiscent, I suppose, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of good memories, thankfully, anyway. Yeah.
And obviously you would have had the loss of the family. I know this is a big reunion, but for the wedding, a lot of them would have been there as well, wouldn't they?
Yes, Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, lots.
Now, what's your connection with the family? You're on the Maher side, yes?
Yes, so my granny would have been Noreen Maher, and then her daughter...
She was one of the 15.
Exactly,
yes,
one of the 15, and her daughter, Dolores, is my mother.
Okay. And you were very young when the first reunion took place in 2000.
Yes, yeah, I was 5 years old. Yeah, in Knockranny. I remember running around the hallways and I remember running into a few of my American cousins from New York. But after that, don't remember much. I look back on the photos now and again, yeah.
Son just got in from Australia.
That's right.
Today, it's a long haul for this reunion.
It is, yeah. My voice is still a bit hoarse from travel, so apologies about that already.
And how important was it for you to be here for this?
Oh, look, I didn't want to turn up the opportunity at all to, see all my family members. Like, I'm pretty close with them all, and, seeing people that I haven't seen in so many years, like, is just great, like.
And you're flying the flag for the Maher family in Australia.
I think I'm one of maybe two people that have come here today. So my cousin Ailish Gavin also lives over in Melbourne as well. So she's made the trip a couple of days before me as well. So yeah.
Okay. How long are you home for?
I'm here for a week. Yeah.
That's your jet lag.
I've got work on Monday, but that might be a sick day.
On Sunday, a commemorative tree planting ceremony took place in Balla.
Today, as part of our 2025 family reunion, we come together not only to celebrate the joy of our reunion, but to honor the roots from which we all come. The lives, love, and enduring values of John and Annie Maher, and their 15 children, whose memory we carry forward with pride.
And it is my pure joy and honor to also plant this tree in honor of our mom, Chrissy, who's here. And thank you so much. And look at this Irish gentle breeze and sun just for the planting. It's really beautiful. So thank you, everyone. Mom, we love you.
And I speak right now to the parents of those young kids. Please, please, please keep this heritage going. Please bring your kids back. This is my first time. I believe I'm the last of the 65 to come here. This is amazing. This outpouring of love.
Killian, you and your family came over from Dubai for this special reunion.
Yes, we did. We travelled a few weeks ago, and every summer we like to get home to Mayo. I think this morning was probably the highlight, just to remember all those who's not with us anymore, and for all the extended family, cousins, and each generation to see and hear about the family where they grew up.
When Gavin asked us could we facilitate them, we were delighted to do so. We like to showcase that as often as we can. There's a lot of great things happening here and has happened over the last number of years. And the whole project of planting trees was totally in keeping with our vision of having lots of woodland around. The old name for Balla was Oak Grove, so it's totally keeping to plant native trees.
It was then time to travel to Leonard's of Lahardane, the pub once owned and operated by Nancy's father. You were here in 1969.
I was. My parents took my brothers and sisters and I over for a very long vacation, 9 weeks, and we spent it in Weatherford in Mayo, and we had a wonderful vacation with neighbors and cows and chickens and the whole thing. My mom was second of 15, Anne Dinnigan.
And of course, you'll have lots of great memories and your family going back as well.
Yes, they'll probably talk about this for the next 20 years.
Tony, you're the youngest of the 15, aren't you?
Yes, I'm the youngest. I'm very proud to be here this weekend. Such an amount of people have come from all over the world, and delighted to have them. And a lot of thanks goes to Adrian and Diarmaid and Anne and Brian in particular. They organised all the the work in this. Well, the tree planting was very emotional, you know. You think of each individual as they're mentioned and as their tree was being planted and what you knew of them and time you spent with them. And that was a very emotional occasion. That's the biggest thing for me over for the weekend. And then it's great to have everybody here and loads of faces that I don't know, but I know of them.
You're handing over the baton then to the next generation.
We have a lovely memory box ready. So we're going to ask the younger people here to write down their memories of this reunion, put them into the memory box, and then on Sunday we're going to assign or give that memory box to some family who are going to become the custodians of the box, which will be opened probably in the year 2049, on maybe New Year's Eve, with a view to sparking the next reunion in 2050. So we're conscious of passing on the baton, as you say.
Well, that's all we've time for this week's show. We wish the Maher family the very best for the future, and I've no doubt there will be another great family reunion in years to come. So until next week at the same time, slán go fóill.